Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Zero, and today I wanted to talk about one of the 48 laws of power, and what I'm gonna focus on today. Give my own sort of interpretation of it after reading what it is. Law number 10: infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. And pretty much, how it's described as you can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. You may feel you are helping the drowning man, but you're only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will draw it on. They will also draw it on you. Associate with the happy and fortunate instead. So yeah, it's pretty much law number 10 pretty much equates to the universal law of attraction. If whatever you choose to attract, or whatever you're pulling in, that's what's gonna come. And one story that was used to define this in history was Lola Montez. She was a a famous courtesan in Ireland in the 1800s, and every guy that she was with, she would get with this guy, and pretty much ruin their lives because she wasn't happy what she got, or she felt like she could do whatever she wanted. I mean, and pretty much she would stay around until these guys somehow. I mean, she stayed around until these guys' lives were ruined. I think the first guy gave up his fortune, and then eventually ended up dueling somebody and lost. So you know how duels go back then. Somebody had to go. So that happened right there. And then another guy was a king. I think he was a king of Bavaria. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. King of Bavaria, and he was. He was. He had her there. She seduced him, and he he enjoyed her, but the fact that she was rude and nasty to everybody and started fighting with his ministers, even though he eventually kicked her out with a huge payoff. He paid off really well because I'm pretty sure she probably would have raised even more hell if he hadn't done that. So as far as that, after he sent her on her way, she had, well, not she. He had lost his position and eventually had to drop off from the throne because she did so much damage. Like everybody could not stand her and could not stand the fact that he'd tolerate her. So I think because of her, riot stuff had broken out. But as far as that, yeah, like every guy she moved on to, like I think the next one was a military sergeant who, she turned on to slash with a knife before he left, and lost his whole military career and ended in poverty until eventually she turned to God and found her way. But all these guys, there might be another one too. But as far as that, she had seduced these men and ruined their lives because she wasn't happy. So the fact that she wasn't happy, her unhappiness spread to them, and eventually made them unhappy. So it's always best to go with people who are happy and cheerful, fortunate, as it's put. And there are signs to know to recognize an infector. And here's a list that I found. They draw misfortune upon themselves. They have a turbulent past. They have a long line of broken relationships. They have an unstable career. They have a forceful character that sweeps you up and makes you lose reason. They have a desire to destroy and unsettle and is chronically dissatisfied. And of look at the effect that they have on the world around them as well. And then here are steps to what to do when you meet an infected. Don't argue with them. This is part how they trap you, and I can see that because if you engage with them, they can keep you going, and getting caught in a spider's web. So you know you'll think you're getting you're telling them off, but in the end they'll just keep it going, and they may make even more trouble for you as a result. Don't try to help them no matter what they say. Don't pass the person on to your friends or you will become enmeshed. Flee the affecter's presence or suffer the consequences. I mean, that's some good tips right there as far as that. And of course there are, of course, as even if someone feels miserable, it's not like it's no hope for you. There are ways that you can change your attitude, change your perception of the world, and change who you are as a person by doing these things that I'm going to list here. If you are miserable by nature, miserable by nature, associate with the generous and they will affect you, opening up everything that is tight and restricted in you. Only generous souls can attain greatness. If you are gloomy, gravitate to the cheerful. If you're prone to isolation, force yourself to befriend the gregarious, where you force yourself to join with anybody that can that is more open, that will make you more sociable. I'm gonna put it like that. Try to simplify it. Never associate with those who share your defects. They reinforce everything that holds you back. That is true. It's kind of like alcoholics. You don't want to, if you're trying to stop drinking alcohol, the last thing you want to do is hang around a bunch of alcoholics, because all they're gonna want to do is drink. Just like drug addicts. If you're around a bunch of drug addicts and you're trying to stay off a certain drug, that's the last place you want to be, is around a bunch of drug addicts, because all they want to do is do drugs, and they're gonna want to get you to get back into it, even if they say they don't. They're gonna try to convince you. So yes, it's good to just don't associate yourself with that. Only create associations with positive affinities. So anything that's positive, you just go. Anything that's positive, if you're negative, and you're trying to make yourself positive, gravitate yourself towards things that are positive. And over time, you will actually start being more positive yourself. It's that synergy. It's like if you're around a bunch of successful people that are highly motivated. If you're living around a bunch of people that are doing that, or just constantly around people that are doing that, you're gonna eventually feel that same way. Just like misery is contagious, positivity is contagious as well. So as far as that, I gave my interpretation of it. With a little help of just getting little bullet points and whatnot. So I'm gonna try to give more of my interpretation of it, but I just thought about certain things. I was thinking about, like, I know 48 laws of power is a big thing, and I mean I may not even fully explain it. So I mean, you would have to read the book to get the full explanation. But I interpreted it the best I could as far as now, because I haven't read it in a minute. So I'm just taking kind of bullet points from it and kind of giving my own little interpretation of it. But if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And thank y'all for those who have subscribed to me. Thank you, or who have followed me. I really appreciate your support. Y'all the real MVPs. And I just want to let y'all know that. So hold this mouse vibration, people. This is Zero. I hope y'all have a great day. And I'm out.